Good morning, everyone. This is ShadowRaven, and welcome back to the Shadow Clan Den. Today, I will be doing my top 10 cutest Pokemon. Now, this is a list that Shadowfang already did, so I figured it was high time for me to do my own. I tried to do as many different types as possible, and the main qualification for my list is whether or not you are cute, fluffy, and can I hug you. There are a couple of exceptions, but those are the three primary qualifications that are likely to get you on this list. Starting off, my number 10 is one of the few that does not meet those qualifications, to a degree, is Aeron. Now, for a steel type, which I'm usually kind of neutral on, Aeron, I think, is probably the most adorable steel type there is. It does kind of have that huggable factor, it's got the cute little eyes, and for the most part, I actually really like Aeron anyway, and it's, and then, of course, it goes from cute little ball of iron to, murder machine, I guess you could say, because it evolves into a badass, and I love Aggron. Mega Aggron's pretty cool, but I love Aggron in general. Number 9 is Esper. Now, this one was a little bit of a tough category because I told myself that I was not going to put legendaries on this list. I succeeded. I probably shouldn't have, but I succeeded. So for my psychic type, it was Esper, because the eyes. It's just the huge eyes that just stare into your soul, and it says, hug me. And it's soft and cuddly and fluffy and cute. And I still want one. Even though it could destroy a trunk, I still want one. Because they're just cute and fluffy. And he's got the cute little... What can I say? Esper's adorables. Number 8 is Shinx. Now, for me, Shinx is definitely one of the cutest electric types there are. I love the little... I love its overall design. It's just that cute little cat-like face, the almost cat-like face that it has. The fact that, and of course, Luxio and Luxray are definitely cool looking, but Shinx it definitely has that huggable factor. Even though you might end up getting shocked if it doesn't like you or if it's not in the mood to be hugged. But it's still one of those where if you saw it, you'd probably want to hug it because it does look like it's one of those really soft and cuddly and Pokemon that you just really would want to have as a pet. And again, I really like that feature in Pokemon, is I love that pet-like quality, I guess. The kind that you would look, the kind of, it's the kind of thing that you would want to get as a pet for yourself, or even maybe not so much a pet as a companion. And Shinx definitely falls under that category for me. Number 7 is Sandile. Now for the most part, granted it's a ground and dark type, but I'm actually using this as the ground qualification. I think Sandile is really cute. I think that lizards and snakes are also cute. So that's part of the reason that Sandile made this list in the first place, because he looks like a lizard. And I have to admit, for a long time, I was a little bit of a Helioptile. A reptile and amphibian fan, for those of you who haven't heard that term before. But Sandile made the list pretty much for that reason. It's kind of one of those where you just kind of want to hold him, you want to have him sitting on your shoulder. He kind of has a little bit of that pastel thing going on for cute wise. I love his eyes. He's got the big eyes that's surrounded by the black rings. I love that look. That is probably one of my favorite looks. If they ever make another Pokemon with that, chances are I'll raise it. And I might give it an Everstone, depending on what it evolves into. But Sandile, he's adorable. He's probably one of my favorite. He is probably my favorite ground type. So much fun to use. Such a cutie. I just think he's adorable. Number 6 is Totodile. Now, most of this one is also one of those where, physically speaking, he doesn't really look cute and cuddly. As a matter of fact, it looks like, he might be kind of uncomfortable to hug just because of the spines and such. But his personality in the anime is really what kind of sealed it for Totodile, because he is so funny. Oh my gosh. He's one of those Pokemon that you love just because of his personality, but at the same time, he's also cute. He doesn't really have the fluffy factor, but he does kind of have the, even though it might be somewhat uncomfortable to hug him, he still has that kind of cuddle factor. And then, of course, if you ever want to go slip, and of course, he's also the perfect companion if you ever want to go slip and sliding, like I did when I was a kid, because it was actually fun to do. But Totodile definitely made the list, mainly because of his personality. He just has that adorable personality that is just so cute, and it makes you like him instantly. Actually, him and number 5 kind of have that in common. Speaking of number 5 is Chikorita. Now, this part of it is personality based from the anime and from a third Pokemon movie. She was freaking adorable in that. But I like Chikorita appearance wise, personality wise. It's one of those where you just want to sit there and you just want to cuddle her, at least until she hits you in the face with her leaf because she's sick and tired of being held, wants to go run around and play. But she just kind of has that. She just has that little adorableness factor that it's really kind of hard. It's like she's one of those where she kind of has that how can you say no to this face thing going on. She's probably one of those that I would not be able to say no to, at least not for very long. I would probably be able to say no once, and after a minute, a half, maybe 30 seconds of the whole little Chikorita eyes, I'd probably give in. But she has definitely got that cuddle. She's definitely got that cuddle factor. She doesn't quite have the fluffy factor going for her, but she's got the cuddle factor. She's got more than enough cuddle factor to make up for that. Number 4 is Noibat. It's a dragon. It's a bat. It's freaking adorable. I love bats. I love dragons. Noibat is the perfect combination of 2 of my favorite things. It had to make this list. And honestly, if I had put Noibat any lower, I probably would have felt really, really, really bad. Because it's an adorable little bat dragon. It's so cute and it's so fluffy, and I want to cuddle one, and I want one to have one that hangs from my fan. I want one that lives in my house and hangs from my ceiling fan and maybe scares some of the people that come into my house just because I would like to see their reaction. But it's cute but it's cute. So they would see it, they'd probably be freaked out at first and be like, oh, it's so cute. It's like, I know, isn't he adorable? But yeah, Noibat is definitely one of those where I can't make a cute list without Noibat just because he's a bat and he's a dragon and he's adorable. And I've probably said that like so many times, but it doesn't matter because that's why he made the list, is because he is a bat and he is a dragon. And he is adorable. Number 3 was actually the first one that I thought of for this list. And it is, a big part of it is because he has definitely got the fluffy factor, he's got the cuddle factor, he's got probably one of the weirdest cute voices in the anime. I had to go with Venonat. Even though his voice, and he's got, he's a little fluffy purple bug. He's definitely, in my opinion, actually, I was actually debating between Venonat and Joltik, because to me those 2 are freaking adorable. But Venonat made the list because he's got more of the fluffy factor thing going for him, and it's just his voice in the anime is so freaking adorable. It's just that little Venonat. It's so, oh my god, it's so cute. Every single time I hear it, I can't help but smile just because it is freaking adorable. And then of course, the way that he's, surprisingly enough, he actually helps Ash throughout the Fuchsia City gym, and I gotta say, I was really kind of a mean person. It's like, just ditch him, yeah, because I don't like Ash that much. But Venonat's adorable, so I had to put on this list, and I love it. Whenever I get the chance, I plan on raising another Venonat. If I ever do a cute team, I will have a Venonat on my team, and I'm gonna have so much fun with that, just because I'll probably be like squealing the entire time that I'm using it, just because of all the cuteness going on. But Venonat will be on the list. Actually, these top 6 will probably be on the list, depending. Number 2 is Growlithe. Now, this was the arena that I had the most trouble with. I actually went through, and I looked at all the fire types and such. I counted no less than 13 fire types that I think are cute. So for me, this was a little bit harder to narrow down. But number 2, my little fluffy Growlithe had to make the list. It's a fluffy puppy. Fluffy puppy, fire puppy. Enough said on that one. And for once, I actually mean it. That's literally why Growlithe made the list, because he's fluffy and he's a puppy. He's adorable. To me, fluffy puppy. Fluffy puppy. If you qualify for that, you're going to qualify for pretty much any cuteness list. And number 1 once again, kind of goes along with Growlithe in this one for qualifications and such. Number 1 is Zora. Even though he's maybe a little bit more of a fox, he still has the fluffiness. He still has the puppies, the little cute baby canine look going on. I don't care. I know he's supposed to be really super mischievous. To me, that just makes him cuter. I like mischievous Pokemon. I actually thought about putting Murkrow on the list just because he's mischievous and kind of cute in that way for me. I didn't, so I guess Murkrow would actually have to be an honorable mention. But Zora is freaking adorable. I would love to have a Zora in my house. I think it would be so funny to just walk around the house and all of a sudden have Zora jump out of you with this mischievous little smirk. And it's like, you don't really know if this thing's going to attack you or not, but dang it, it's so cute that you don't care if it does. I love Zora. I cannot wait to put Zora on my next team. And I love Zora. I can't help it. It's freaking adorable. I mean, I'd probably end up like fangirling over Zora for quite some time. But Zora is freaking adorable. It's cute. It's cuddly. It's mischievous. It is probably one of my ideal companion Pokemon. It is... yeah, it's number 1 on my top 10 cutest Pokemon list. And I think that might actually... holy crud, I think this is probably going to be the shortest video I have ever done on my own. Holy crud. But I do believe that that is my top 10 cutest Pokemon list. Leave me, if you liked it, which you might have. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, drop a dislike. If you would please and thank you, leave a comment, subscribe, and all that good, wonderful, fun stuffs. And I shall see you again next time. Happy hunting!